Welcome to Caching in the Northwest. This is the official podcast of GeoWoodstock 18 right here in the Great Pacific Northwest. Each week we're going to talk about caches and cachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're hiding in the bathroom to avoid political discussions, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
Well, I guess it's time then to bring in our bureaucratic baboon. Some say he has an army of evil minions. And others say he's meaner than a donkey stomping on a rattlesnake. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
Hey, everyone. Well, welcome to tonight's monkey business with the WSGA. We've got Chris, Caesar of the Northwest. We've got Jim, get your damn dirty ape hands off me, wits end. We've got Dr. Cornelius Chatlackey in the back there, and of course, reigning all over this madness with her iron fist of primate rule is the ape queen herself, jtcoffee. I did prepare that in advance. That was just special for you.
That was good.
Well done. I'm impressed.
I just assumed you just rattled it off the top of your head.
Ah, well.
No, there's a hat there to contain that. It wouldn't rattle off well.
Gets messy really quick.
Yeah.
Well, we are here to have a lot of fun. We have already introduced jtcoffee. Welcome back to the show again.
Thank you. It's so great to be here.
One of our favorite returning guests.
Yeah.
And always a pleasure to have you on the show.
And she's down here at my level. You notice that?
Yeah. I know, right? I'm feeling very elevated this evening.
Yeah, I bet. What are you doing up there?
Keeping an eye on you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. No puppet antics tonight, all right?
I can't make no promises.
All right. Well, somebody who can make promises is our patrons who promise to support us each and every week, and we appreciate it. They do an amazing job. And without them, well, we'd be without them. We wouldn't have the support to put on this podcast each and every week. And of course, a thanks to our corporate Denali level sponsor. That would be Landsharks, landsharks.ca. And hey, Landsharks has some news for us. The brand new Canadian cacher products are arriving almost daily. And they've been adding them to the website as quickly as possible. And you know what else? Do you know what else you can buy?
What else?
Oh, what else could it be?
The geocaching guidebook is now available on Landsharks. So, check that out. You can buy it in store or online, as well as their Canadian cacher products and any of your other geocaching needs. Everything is online and they ship daily. But you know what? If you want to know more about supporting this podcast, and we would appreciate it if you'd like to know more about supporting this podcast, why don't you go on over to click that Patreon link on the CachingNW.com a website.
Hey, before Chris jumps in, I just wanted to say, did you all catch the analog shark that jtcoffee threw in there?
Yeah. Yes.
That was impressive. We did the shark. She added the shark. So
I didn't want to be left out. It was important.
No, that was awesome. Great. Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Analog shark.
We're throwing in these silly digital sharks.
Yeah, that was great.
Isn't that how that song goes? Analog shark doo 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 doo. Analog shark doo 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 doo.
Well, that was last year's World Series.
Good times.
Was it?
It was, yeah.
It was compared to this year.
Yeah, it's October again. The weather's beautiful. There's a little crisp in the air. There's a beautiful sunshine today. And there's playoff baseball on TV. It's awesome. Yeah. And they were really kind enough to not have a baseball game on Thursday night, so we can be here.
Well, that's because the internet's so slow on Thursday night.
I know.
There's no point.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it is crisp out there. I pulled out the flannel, got a little cold. And fun fact, the dancing at the beginning of the show is not entertainment. It's just to get our blood flowing and keep us warm because our studios are cold.
Yeah, and podcasters don't wear pants.
Yeah,
And
that makes it
Everyone
colder.
knows that.
Wow. Okay. You know what
All of
else
that, buddy.
everybody knows? I'm trying to segue here. Everybody knows that we do a glow. That's the geocaching log of the week. In fact, this podcast is known for the glow. So whether you wrote it or whether you read it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. You can send an email or a field recording to feedback@cachingandw.com. Call into 253-693-TFTC or use the voicemail tool. No, you cannot use that voicemail tool anymore. That has been deprecated.
Yep. The plugin for that is no longer supported, so we retired it.
And I've been really good about taking that off on all the other show notes up until now.
But not tonight.
And I just read it. So call into 253-693-TFTC and show us how you glow.
All right. It's time for the glow. This week's glow is from Mnerv, who found Island Summit, GC Romeo November Alpha 5. And the log says, this cache showed up on my list of caches for the Jasmer. Not too far from home, and it looks like it's in a nice park on Bainbridge Island. I arrive at the parking lot, and I barely have a signal. I have enough to navigate with direction and distance, but the trail map is not loading. I have two choices, a road to a water tower or a road heading towards the cache. I take the road pointed at my goal, and off I go. The day's gloomy from the smoke hanging over the area from the California wildfires. As I walk down the hazy forest road, I get the trail map and find I took the wrong route. So I can either backtrack and start over or do a 1,500-foot bushwhack. Bushwhack it is. Brush is thick in spots, but not bad overall. But the distance to the cache never seems to get closer. I see a great horned owl on a snag, and he flies off into the woods. I now see a corridor in the woods in the direction I need to go. It looks like an old roadbed, but totally overgrown in sword ferns about chest high. I make good time walking through the ferns, but it has been dry, and it is late here in the season, so every step I'm in a cloud of fern spores. This, along with the California fire smoke I've been breathing the past 3 days, ought to be great for me. Still 750 feet to go. I'll be looking for a lamppost at ground zero. I'm closing the distance, and all of a sudden, I find the lamppost. I stop and scan and find the cache about 30 yards away. The cache was not closed properly, but no harm, as it has not rained in a while. Cache is in great shape. Signed, left some swag I brought, and left happy. On a trail that leads me out to the main trail, and the 3 other caches at Lake Gazam. If you are ever considering Lake, I don't know if it's Gazam or Gazam. I like Gazam. If you're considering Lake Gazam for caching or nature walks, it is fantastic. Giving it a faith.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good one. I don't think I've ever read the phrase fern spores before.
I know what he's referring to, yes, but I don't use that term. Yeah.
I've been heavily dusted by fern spores myself in the past.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you
Hey,
written
fun
it
fact.
anywhere?
Ooh.
Yes.
And fun
Fun
fact, if
fact?
you get stung by a stinging nettle, just rub the underside of a fern, rub those spores on your on the fern, and it'll feel better.
Okay.
Ferns have healing powers.
There you go.
Ooh, sword ferns.
We're 10 minutes into the show, and we've learned something incredibly helpful. I think we're done.
You know what? Let's end on a high point, folks. It's been great.
That's it.
Now-
Done. I'm out.
Incredible healing power!
That's why we bring JT Coffee here.
That's right.
There you go. Dr. Jesse in the house.
There you go.
Well, actually, tonight, we have another subject besides that, but we've got a little bit of news. First of all, The big news in this geocaching community that we're in is we get to name the baby. Well, sort of. Right? Do you remember that Mr. and Mrs. Wino Seattle recently had a baby?
Yes.
And they have given the listeners to Caching in the Northwest the privilege to crowdsource the baby name. So we've come up with a way to do this. We're going to do it in two parts. One, we're going to get all the entries submitted in. So head on over to cachingandw.com/namethebaby.
Ooh, creative URL.
Oh, thank you. In case you didn't know, it's called Name the Baby. And guess what you can do? You can name the baby there. I'm just going to keep using this over and over. So when you hear name the baby, you think, oh, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave this up for 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to go out there. You can put in as many names as you want.
Names for what?
The baby. Name the baby.
Oh.
Doesn't the baby have a name?
Not the geocaching name of the baby.
Ah, see, there's the ticket right there.
Yeah.
The geocaching
Did I
name.
forget to say the geocaching name of the baby? It's on the form.
It's just a little
You'll-
thing.
Yeah.
Just a little thing, you know.
So the geocaching name of the baby at cachingandw.com/namethebaby.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Head on
Because
over there.
responsible parents would let us name their baby. Yeah.
I know. I feel really honored about this and scared at the same time because, you know, we're going to come up with Cashy McCash face or something.
Well, you know, I mean, we routinely lull the baby to sleep and then rudely waken it every week. So it's something we can give back by
It's the least we can do.
providing and Cashley McCash face. This gives us an opportunity to weed all those out.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Crowdsourcing a great new caching name for the baby is the least we can do. And as I say, we always do the least we can do.
I'm a poster child for that.
So in 2 weeks, we'll put up, well, actually in 3 weeks, we'll put up a curated list of names and you can choose from those. Then make the final vote and we'll come up with the cache name.
We are letting Mr. and Mrs. Winos curate that list, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. They should have some input
You know
with
what?
this.
Maybe not.
So where would people go, Chris?
I would go to cachingandw.com/namethebaby.
Ooh.
Excellent idea.
We'll only mention it 72 more times in this show.
Mention what?
cachingandw.com/namethebaby.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
This is the Winos Seattle baby.
I should have a graphic pop up every time you say that.
Ding. Yeah.
Ding, name the baby.
Okay, Baby Winos is going to get a name. All you have to do is go to
I don't know.
Cachingandw.com.
/name the baby.
Okay. Bringing this show back to our topic tonight, we're just very thrilled to welcome back JT Coffee. She's, down here on my level.
Hey. Actually, here. Hey.
Yeah. Hey. So thanks for coming back to Caching in the Northwest, the Thursday night slow down the internet and chat about caching night. There is a little tiny chance that somebody out there listening to the podcast or joining us live here on Thursday doesn't know how great you are. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am a cacher from Western Washington, a little north of Seattle. Caching name is JT Coffee, if you didn't pick that up. I've been caching for nearly 10 years now. It'll be 10 years in February, which is amazing. And I got started caching when I lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan. When I worked at a nature center there, and we were asked to build an after-school club about geocaching. And we said, absolutely, we'll definitely do that. What's geocaching? But thankfully someone there who worked there, one of my coworkers, knew it and took us all geocaching in the middle of February in Michigan, where we had to dig out snow. And I can't stop.
Can't
The
stop.
rest is history.
The first step is admitting that.
And then I squeeze in geocaching really whenever I can. And I volunteer with the WSGA because I love the community of geocaching and I love supporting it and I love being as much of a part of it as I can.
Nice. Now, you mentioned the WSGA. Some
Yeah.
people may not know what those letters stand for. So,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the WSGA.
Yeah, when you type that into Google, I think the first thing that pops up is Wisconsin Senior Golf Association, which, contrary to popular belief, is not the WSJ that I am a part
Huh.
of.
Yeah, I don't believe in golf.
Yeah, I don't do it either, really. The WSJ here is the Washington State Geocaching Association, and it's a club that supports geocachers and geocaching in the state of Washington. And I've been volunteering with them for a handful of years now. Not totally sure how many. But it's a way to support the geocaching community. And like I said, that's really how I got my start is supporting the geocaching community. And so it's always been something I've loved. Under normal circumstances, the WSJ puts on lots of events and does lots of fun activities and games to keep everything exciting and to support the community.
Excellent. Well, there you go. So if you want to, if you're a senior and you really enjoy golf in Wisconsin, you can go there, or you can go geocaching in Washington. So choices, hard decisions to make. But,
It's not hard at all. Go geocaching.
Before we get into the next little bit, we are getting some feedback that your mic's maybe a little low, Jesse. So if you can just lean right into that mic when you're talking.
All right, we'll just put it right in the screen then. Maybe that'll
All right.
help.
That's
Is that
fine.
better?
A little bit.
Yeah, it sounds a little better.
Yeah. So JT Coffee's joined us now. Obviously, JT Coffee, your caching name, but you've given yourself, and I don't know if you've given yourself or if it was given unto you, a rather unusual nickname, and partially, maybe entirely because of one of the events that you have overseen in the past and possibly again in the future, assuming we get events again. You want to tell us a little bit about that name?
Yes, the Ape Queen. Going Ape is the signature event that the WSJ puts on every year. We've had it for 10 years, and I certainly haven't been in charge of it the whole time. There have been lots and lots of people every year who have thought of it, who have made it bigger and better every single year. And basically, it's a celebration of the Ape Cache that is in Washington State, that's on the other side of the Snoqualmie Tunnel. Typically, it is held in Hyack, that kind of big open space at the trailhead of the tunnel. And there's lots of ape-related activities in the tunnel, outside the tunnel, out at the cache itself. We have a number of apes that show up to that event. And it's just a whole lot of fun. It achieved mega, I believe it's second year, and there's been 10 of them. And it's a really what people call a low-key mega. There's not a big group picture. There's not a whole lot of pomp and circumstance. It's just everybody getting together and celebrating the fact that we have an ape cache, the fact that we're all together, finding that together, and that some people come from far and wide to find it.
That's right. MC3 Cats in the chat says JT Coffee is the Ape Queen as well as the WSGA Vice President.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't just volunteer. You're an officer.
It's true. That is true. It is all still volunteering, but yes, I am the VP.
She's very modest, but yeah. Thank you for all the work you put into that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And the Ape event is really kind of what we're here to talk about today. Now, it didn't happen this year, but from what I hear, it's coming back better than ever sometime in the future.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say next year.
Exactly. Yeah, and I don't have a crystal ball. Amazon lost it, unfortunately. It's not here.
The tracking stopped at the border.
Yeah, that's and then it's just MIA from there.
Yeah.
So this is such a year of disappointments in so many ways, and we couldn't have the Ape event this year. And we're hoping for 2020, we'll do it when we know we can do it safely, and that when we have a spot that will do it safely, and fingers crossed that is as soon as possible. And we're still working behind the scenes and communicating with our different groups to make sure that they remember who we are, and that we still want to have an event if everything is able to do so. But yeah, fingers crossed it'll be in just a few short months.
Oh, we hope so. 2020 has been such a disappointment so far.
Yeah.
So when we are able to finally have an Ape event again, people can come. And if you didn't know, dear listener, there is no charge to attend an Ape event.
Right.
That makes it awesome, even more so in my book. Well, one of the ways that the WSGA raises money to support said event and other things is coin sales, right? So
Right.
do you have any news about Ape Coins?
Yes. Oh, I have one right here. So
Ooh.
each year we create a member coin, and we also create Geo Coins. They're trackable at geocaching.com. And we create them to celebrate the event. Even though we weren't able to have an event this year, we still made them. They're not really event coins. They're still in that vein of celebrating the Ape Cache and the experience of going through the tunnel. I have one right here. This is the member edition. There are 4 editions of this one, and this one's the silver edition, the member edition, and it's a ticket.
Oh,
Check it out.
she's got a ticket to ride.
That's right.
Very cool.
Admit one. Whoop, admit one. There we go.
Nice.
And this is it's designed by Mark Everywhere, and it is a ticket to the Ape Cache, and it's trackable online. And
Oh, if you
get
were
this
really
little-
quick, you could grab that tracking code. She flipped it by quick.
may not be active yet. I'll get it there. But this little guy is detached, just like a regular ticket, and you get your little ticket stub.
Yeah, tear off the stub. Good.
It doesn't attach on its own, but they go together. And like I said, there's 4 editions. So this is the member edition. It's silver. There's a copper edition, which is our general store edition.
Ooh.
There's a special glow edition, which is very cool.
I like
And-
glows.
Right? I hear they're all the thing.
Yeah.
And there is a Spot the Ape version, because even though we're not having the Mega this year, we are still going to play Spot the Ape because it's so much fun. And Spot the Ape. Have you all played Spot the Ape before?
I can spot the Ape Queen. She's right there.
This game we've played it for 5 years now, and this will be our 5th year. And this Washington and the Going Ape event was the originator of this type of game, and we're partnering with Snag the Tag to help us logistically run this game. Basically, there are hiders and finders. Hiders hide this side. Finders find it.
Oh,
Stick with me on this. I know.
Wow. I didn't make that
And-
connection. That's awesome.
I know. And then it each has its own special code on the back that you can go onto Snag the Tag. You can claim it, saying to the world that you found this one. Then this year, previous years, you could go to the event and say, look, I have one. And then we would give you the corresponding coin. Obviously, no event this year. And so this year, instead, what they're going to do, you go to the WSGA store, you add the coin to your cart and the special code from the tag that you found, and it'll be shipped to you. You do have to pay for the shipping, but then it'll magically arrive to your doorstep. And then you get the full game edition of this coin, which is gold.
how cool is that? And that thing is huge.
It is. It's got a good, what is it? A good hand feel is what they say in the
Good
the
heft.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very thick and hefty, and it comes in a handy dandy little folder so that these two can go together and they can stay neatly together. Yeah, and they're fantastic.
You can use it as a TV tray or a platter or a coaster.
A phone holder.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
Put it in your handy dandy notebook.
Yeah, exactly. And these another cool new piece to this game this year. Obviously, a new piece is that there's no event, so you do have to get the coin shipped to you. But we're playing nationwide this year rather than just Washington State.
Wow.
Just in the U.S.?
No, in Canada and the U.S.
Wait, in Canada? A contest, a geocaching related
In
contest that we can also play?
Yeah, you can't physically come down, but you can play the game.
Awesome.
That's right.
So I imagine there was a lot of demand for the hider tags. How quickly did they sell out?
Just under 48 hours. And most
Wow.
of them were gone. I mean, there were just the last couple sets that were left up until or was it, yeah, it was 48 hours, and it was just the last couple sets sold up in the morning. But and because it's nationwide and through Canada, that means these are going to be all the more hot to find. I mean, it's rather than just being isolated in Washington State, they're going to be spread out. And you'll have to set up some notifications so that you can see where they sprout up.
All right. You said 48 hours, but that first hour nearly brought the website to its knees, as I recall.
It really did. And
Yeah.
we were gifted with the challenge of enthusiasm, and we were
Yeah.
so appreciative of all of that. We were so glad that everybody wanted to play and was excited to get their hands on a hider packet. I was too. And then we learned a lot about our website.
Yeah, we did. I volunteer a little bit on that aspect, and I got a frantic phone call from MC3 Cats that day, but all is well now.
Exactly. Smooth it out. We appreciate everyone's enthusiasm. We're so grateful for it. And we are so grateful for everyone's patience as we were trying to madly put things together. Oh, no. I was hiking up Mount Pilchuck at the time, and I'm on my phone like, oh, no.
It's probably a really good place to be, actually.
I had full coverage the whole time, most of the time. But we apologize for all of that, but we are so grateful for everyone's excitement and enthusiasm. We're so excited too. It's going to be great.
Yeah, MC3 Cat says the majority of them are gone within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, they were released at noon on a week ago, Thursday. And by the podcast time, there were 5 sets left.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. And then those kind of lingered through Friday, and then Saturday morning, the last one went. Yeah.
Jesse, you mentioned, if people are keen to try and find one, they should set up notifications. Where would they go to do that?
Right. Because, we aren't going to release any more hider packets. That is it. So if you want to have one of these coins and you're not a hider, then you need to be a finder. And in order to be a finder, you need to know where the tags are in the first place. So if you go to snagthetag.com, you can set up alerts, and that will let you know where the tags are. And you can set it for exactly what you want it to alert you to. And pro tip, if you do that, because not only will it go on Snag the Tag, but it will also post on our social media and Snag the Tag social media. But alerts get sent out 15 minutes before they drop on Facebook. So if you really want to be in the know, and like I said, these tags are not just in Washington, they're going to be all over. So the likelihood of one popping up in your neighborhood kind of went down a little bit this year. So you need to set up those alerts so that you'll know when there is one nearby.
That's really the only way to do it, because I don't think anybody ever uses Facebook anymore.
You're silly.
It's not the first time you said that.
Won't be the last. Silly.
So, JT Coffee, you said these things were incredibly popular, sold out in almost 2 hours. So obviously there's going to be another chance to buy them coming up, right?
There's currently a chance to buy the copper one. You can go to the WSJ store and get the copper edition today, right now. It's available in a swag pack. So not only do you get this one, but you get some vintage Ape coins. Because like I said, we celebrate the Ape event for lots of years, and we have lots of Ape coin editions. So you get this year's plus a couple other editions as well, which is cool. And but if you want that gold one, if you're not a hider, you then must be a finder, since we're not going to sell any more hider packets.
And there was it a mega? There was a 3-pack of coins.
Yes,
Those have sold out.
Yes, there were 2 levels you could. When you're a hider, you get 1 to keep and then 2 to hide, or you could get the pack that has 1 to keep and 3 to hide. That was a new level this year that we offered, which is really exciting.
That is nice. But also you could buy the glow coin and the copper coin and another coin, right? There was a 3-pack.
Yes. Yeah, the member coin. Those sold out lickety split. Those sold out in just a few hours. Those completionists, gotta love them.
Wow, so very
as one myself.
I was gonna say there's a new term, but yeah, I totally understood it.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, so maybe help us recap here. So set up your notifications at snagthetag.com. You'll get an email 15 minutes before everybody else finds out on Facebook where one has been hidden. Get in your car, obey all posted speed limits.
Get to Colorado where it's been hidden.
Arrive at ground zero, search, find. Now I've got my tag. What do I do with it?
That's right. And the what I forgot to or haven't mentioned so far is the timeline of this game. There aren't any out right now, but they start getting published on the 31st. On Halloween, the game begins. So now is a perfect time to get yourself all set up and ready to go so that next Saturday when they start going live, you're prepared. So you get there first because it's kind of an FTF game. You get there first, you get your tag. Yes! You notice that it has a special code on it. You go to snagthetag.com and you claim it. That takes it off of the map because on snagthetag.com there is a really beautiful map that has different pins on it that show here's one that's found, here's one that's still live, here's one that's missing. And you want to make sure that map is as accurate as possible. So you need to claim as soon as you possibly can. Plus, that tells everyone else, hey, I've got it. Don't bother driving 400 miles for it because I've got it. Just like when you are claiming an FTF geocache, you put a quick note, FTF, more later, just so that everyone knows I've got this one, everyone.
I almost laughed out loud, Jesse, when you said it's kind of an FTF game. I'm like, no, it's completely an FTF game because once it's gone, it's gone.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
There is no second place.
No.
Snag the tag.
There isn't. Then once you claim it, that then marks it on your profile, and you can create a profile on the Snag the Tag site, and it shows all of the other Snag the Tag games that you've played, all the different badges that you've earned, maybe if you're a hider, all of the different hiders that for the games that you've been, and then you will get instructions on how to get your coin. It will pop up on the screen, and you go to the WSJ store, you add shipping to your cart, you put in the code, and that will lower the shipping price to the actual cost. Then it will be shipped to your house. And you can add any other swag that you might need as well. There's awesome stuff in there.
Let's say buy more.
So a question about that whole release timing bit there. I notice in the show notes here, 3 Hams and a Rose comments that he's got a Geo road trip that weekend of the 31st. Thank you. Thanks for bringing that up. He's asking if you can delay the release to November 2nd. But that said, so every single one that's hidden all go live on the 31st, or are they staggered, or how does that work?
That's a good question. They get hidden throughout the whole duration of the game. The game goes through December 14th. So there can be tags published October 31st all the way through the 14th. So don't worry. If you miss one on the 31st, you've got a bunch of time to solve that.
Perfect. So finally, there's something good about Halloween.
Yeah, that's the
There
only
are
thing good about it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the perfect, and the tags will generally publish in the morning. Pro tip.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay.
so early risers. The early bird gets the worm,
That's
or
right.
in this case, maybe the tag or the coin.
The tag. That's right.
The early
And-
ape.
That's right. Apes
The
wake
early
up
ape
early.
with
What
the
can I
tag.
say?
Yeah. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey.
What about if it has a monkey kind of shape?
Nope. Nope.
Now, the whole game is over by December 31st.
That's right. You've got those. There's the last 2 weeks of the year. The tags will finish being posted through December 14th. So technically, the game is over through on December 14th. But if you've claimed a tag, you've got 2 extra weeks just through the end of the year for you to get that coin. Whoa, goodness! For you to get
You're
the
so
coin.
excited.
So excited! Oh my goodness! I'll start that over. You've got 2 weeks to get the coin to you just through the 31st. That's the cutoff to add that coin to your shipping cart and have it shipped to you if you want it.
And by using the code, shipping will not cost $500 like it's posted on the site right now.
Right.
Ah.
That's
You'll
the
get a
magical. You have a magic code on this ticket that if you enter it, it will drop it to the actual shipping price. So don't worry. No shipping price heart attacks.
Hold on, but if I'm willing to pay
$498.
$500 for the shipping, I get a coin even if I don't go find a tag?
We could talk about that.
That's
that price.
that's a polite way of saying no. In case you didn't read between the lines there.
I don't know
Oh,
if it's a
bless my
hard
heart.
no. It's a maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the WSGA would appreciate that contribution, sure.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for your
Sure, we could
generous
figure
donation.
something.
Yeah.
Genice wants to know, how many tags are there?
It's a great question. 150 tags.
Whew.
Not very many.
Oh, I was
Across
thinking
two
that was a pretty
countries.
good number.
That's 150 tags across 2 of the biggest countries in the world.
Yes.
Mhm. No pressure.
These are hot commodities. They're not very, we're not minting any more of them. If you are the kind of person that likes geocoins, then Chris's comment made me laugh.
Yeah, there you go. So, Land Monkey, if you're willing to pay $500 US, you can have anything in the store.
I'm gonna have a long talk with Mrs. Monkey.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Caching in the Northwest $1 million guarantee.
Mhm.
You give us $1 million, we guarantee to talk about anything you want.
But yeah, we are not minting any more of these. It's a if you're a person who's into collecting geocoins, these are very, very collectible because their quantity numbers are quite low.
Nice.
All right, so we covered a lot. We covered copper coins and gold coins and silver coins and all these things.
Oh, my.
But you just kind of subtly dropped something in there way back when, talking about the WSGA, about a member coin. So obviously, to get a member coin, you need to become a WSGA member, right? How would we do that?
I missed most of that because somehow my screen froze, and what I heard, member question
Yeah. How do you become a WSGA member?
to be a member of the WSGA.
Yes.
Ah, perfect. That is very easy to do. It's something that you can add to your store, as a matter of fact.
Is there $500 shipping?
Thankfully, no.
Okay,
It
good.
is it's an annual membership. We offer premium and basic memberships, and they're one per person. You can add different people in your family, and it's a great way to support the club and support the event. Because, like you mentioned, the Ape event, all the other events that we put on, they take a lot up front, and it's a way to make sure that we can continue to have these fun things for the community when we're able to have them.
Is it $500 shipping just for Land Monkey?
For $500 shipping, you get a land monkey.
Oh,
Well, according to Three Hams, 500 Canadian is like $3 US, so it's not too bad.
That's a rough approximation, but
It's kind
yeah.
of irrelevant because you can't get anything from Canada to the U.S. Well, any people, anyways, right? now.
Right.
That's right.
But coins can cross the border.
Coins can cross the border.
Yeah.
We can put Land Monkey in a box and
meet
ship
you
him.
I'll meet you at the arch, and I'll just throw it at you.
Yeah.
Here
Okay.
you go. Free
And
shipping.
I'll throw you a Timbit back.
Ooh.
Oh, I think have they officially closed the park there at Zero Avenue?
A Peace Arch Park?
The park next to Peace Arch.
Yeah, I don't know if it's closed or if they just have restricted access because they were having issues with people doing exactly what Jesse and I were planning on doing. So there's like too many Timbits getting thrown across the border. That's it.
You troublemakers.
We're calling
Foiled
it.
again.
Yeah.
Very good. This is exciting. The whole idea of snag the tag, spot the ape is a lot of fun. This is a very limited edition, and it's only for a couple of months that they're going to be coming out hot and heavy. You got to go get them while you can, even if that means a 400-mile road trip.
Who doesn't like a hot and heavy 400-mile road trip?
I'm just not even going to touch that comment at all.
No, man, not going there.
You already went
many
there,
jokes.
buddy.
Too many jokes.
Right? Thank you, Jesse.
Let's see. There were some other things. I've missed it, but I've came up with this one from Three Hams. It said we should invoke the 25th and make the Ape Queen the president.
Hmm.
Because, well,
Yeah,
MC
three.
Cats needs a break.
He does.
I don't think we have a 25th Amendment in the WSGA.
In the bylaws, no, I don't think we go up that high. Oh, goodness.
There's plenty of time. I'm sure you've got a board meeting coming up soon.
This is the one I was looking for from MC3 Cats. It said hider packets are going out to Alberta and BC.
Yes,
Well,
our
those are both
first
invited.
shipment date, if you are a hider, the first shipment date's coming up this weekend. Because we didn't want anybody to have them too soon, so they would get hidden too soon. So we're going to ship them this weekend. Very exciting. That'll be a good mail day.
Nice. And I don't know if we mentioned, but the only way to get a hider packet is to be a WSGA member.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
now the only way you could have, let me get the tense right on that one.
Yeah, because they're gone regardless.
Right.
But so that means next year, if you want to get in on this, you've got to become a WSGA member. And then in that exclusive member store was the opportunity to go buy those coins,
That's
the
right.
hider packs. So
Yeah. And we know that there were a lot of people who also wanted to be hiders that weren't members, but we always try to look for ways, little benefits that we can give our members, because our members really support the club and they support the things that we're trying to do. So that this was one of those opportunities that we could a little bump, a little thanks that we could give our members.
Yeah, so become a member because you never know what opportunity is going to come down the road that you
Right.
could take advantage of.
right.
Exactly.
Well, JT Coffee, thank you so much for coming on and talking about this. I mean, this is so exciting. It's going to come here in like 9 days
I
from
know. I'm
when
so
the
excited.
podcast is recorded. So not this weekend, but just next weekend, we're going to start seeing these things pop up. So I better make sure my Snag the Tag account is set up right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want one of these
Exactly.
buggers.
Exactly. Feel free, spin around on Snag the Tag. Make sure you've got everything up to date. There's other Snag the Tag games going on right now. So if you are thinking, gosh, there is just no way that I can possibly do Spot the Ape, there's another game going on. It's a secret agent game, which is really fun. And it's the same idea where there's hiders and finders and maps and claim tags and all kinds of stuff like that. And you can easily play that game as well. If you find a secret agent tag, you're still eligible to play Spot the Ape too.
Ooh. I was going to say, the other game's not as much fun because there's no Ape Queen.
That's right. There's no secret
Agent Queen.
agent queen.
No.
Oh, hey, folks, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Caching in the Northwest. And you know what? We've got more coming up. Next week, we're talking about Tales from the Ammo Can.
Oh, spooky.
That worked. I like that. Okay. After that, on November 5th, from idea to icon, the making of GeoCoins.
Ooh, I like spot
What
the
a
ape
great
tags.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, and after that, here we are in November, continuing on with Stephen Hui, the author of 105 Hikes in Southwest BC. Those of us in the U.S. can't go there yet, but we can plan exciting hikes for when the border opens again. And November 19th, Search and Rescue in North Shore.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about that November 19th episode, and just to give people a little more insight into that, Search and Rescue North Shore. That's the name of a television show.
It sounded like a television show.
So
but
we are having the executive producer of that television show come on and talk to us about the filming and making and the show Search and Rescue North Shore.
ooh, I just want to go out and get lost now, just in the spirit of that.
Yeah, thank you. That was well done, Jesse.
I'm now the analog hand motion coordinator.
You really are. And you do
Analog
a
shark,
job.
analog colon, family friendly colon. That's all great.
We can do hashtag and now colon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Careful.
Fantastic.
Oh, let's see. We have one more from IHAM. Says my reaction when that member tag arrived. That thing is huge.
Huge.
It really is.
Bigger's better. Haven't you heard?
That's pretty cool. And you just to hear the sound as Jesse's
clink.
moving around, clunk.
It's solid. It's serious stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid as a rock.
Or as
It
a
is some
coin.
serious stuff. You know what else is some serious stuff is the support we get to put this podcast on.
Indeed.
Of course, we want to take a moment to thank Land Sharks. Now, where's that analog shark? There it is. We want to take a moment to thank Land Sharks, our corporate Denali level sponsor. Landsharks.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online, and they ship orders online daily. We also want to thank our faithful Denali level supporters, Land Sharks, JP's Geo Designs, Team Squirrel, Groovial, and Cashly. And hey, if you want to know more about supporting the show, click the Patreon link on the cashingnw.com, a website.
Just like Trexer Zero did.
And Kid Vegas 19.
And Ackerdoc,
And Keats 94.
Green Words.
Dickamegadit,
Broncos fan for life.
Seebeck Tribe.
Al Robrick.
Sorry, baby, to be named later. Boomer 365.
How about Fairwood West?
How about GSM a times 2?
Subway Mark.
Team Noltex.
The Geo Travelers.
Very active in the chat. MC 3 Cats.
I'm on a boat.
Logwork.
You talks to rocks.
Sprouter.
Wet Coaster.
B Pendragon.
T-Sayer.
Sege Ho.
Kev MacD.
Winos Seattle.
The Ever Baking Camp Clan.
Ooh, yes. Yummy.
Yeah, there's some good things coming out there. LG 9000.
Antaeus.
GeoNav Pros.
CRS 98.
Limax.
Genies.
Dora Moore.
Kitty Quest.
Billy Robson.
Our glow provider, MNerve.
Yes, and Kettle Barb. Oh, thank you to all of those patrons, and thank you to you, dear listener, both live and later in the podcast. And thank you, of course, to JT Coffee for being our wonderful guest tonight. Thank you so much for spending the evening with us. If someone wanted to reach out and connect with you and ask you any questions about caching the Northwest or ape tags or anything else, how would someone do that?
There's so many ways. You're
There
more
are.
than welcome to reach out via geocaching.com messenger. I'm JT Coffee there, and that's one of the fastest ways to get a hold of me. I'm also on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram at Jessie, JESS_SEA.
Nice play on words there. I like that.
It is, and it's a great account to follow. I love watching your pictures of all the different places you get out hiking in the Pacific Northwest, and recently I saw some climbing.
Yes.
How long
Yes.
have you
We
been
went
doing that
to
for?
a few years. My muggle husband is a big climber, and
Oh.
it's still pretty scary for me, but I go every once in a while.
That looked amazing. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I've done it
There's
very
some
few
good-
times, but it's fun. Yeah.
There's some climbing caches that I have high on my list, and that's my little incentive when I think about how scary or hard it is. I'm like, but if I'm good at it, I can keep getting those caches
Yeah.
Awesome.
one day.
There you go. All right. Well, I highly suggest people follow you on Instagram there and check out the cool photos of the Northwest and all the amazing places you get out to. All right, folks, this has been fantastic. Hey, remember, if you're new here and you're still trying to figure out who's who, well, he's Chris of the Northwest. That's Wits End. I'm the Land Monkey. That's JT Coffee. She'll be back soon. Don't worry. And you can follow all of us on social media. Geocaching Message Center, of course. But you know what? You can find our bios, contact information, and secret family recipes all at cachingnw.com/hosts.
We should really put our favorite recipes up there.
Oh.
It's a
Well,
great
we
idea.
kind of have to now. I just committed us.
Thanks. Hey, folks, thanks for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Don't forget that you can be part of the show. You can call it 253-693-TFTC. Leave us a comment, ask us a question, or send us a TV tray because we didn't get a coin any time of the day or night. And, of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingnw.com. Also, your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like the show, click the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and more. Give us a thumbs up or a very coveted review. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, and Jay Kennedy. It's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2020 by Chris Umfenauer. And now, folks, I ask you to stay tuned for
The after show.
Oh, now everything has to sound like this now, right?
Just for you.
The after show.
Yeah, the after show. No.
Yes, you could do that analog as well. You just have to keep talking like this, like this, like this.
Exactly. And like reverb. Which
Yeah,
is
the-
like this.
That's the sign language for reverb, I think.
I think that it is. Yeah.
If it's not, if it wasn't before, it is now.
It should be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who can argue with that?
Oh,
So first, oh, there we go. I guess the very first piece of the after show, submit your hashtag podcast baking recipes to feedback@cachingnw.com. You know what? If you submit those recipes, we will put them on the website.
Yeah.
We'll make Chris do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a delicious granola bar thing, like an energy bar type
Ooh.
thing that I make. Oh, it's so good.
And I have long maintained that you don't have to just submit the recipes. You can also send samples for us to taste.
Highly recommended.
Yes.
All right. We also
That's another
heard.
thing I'll throw at you over the border.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that works well. I'll throw you Timbits. You throw me the granola
Energy bars.
bites. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
chat like he's in for sampling duty.
He always is. Oh dear. Hey, we did have some hashtag FATAS here from listener and friend of the show, Keats94. He said he did both City of North Vancouver Archives Adventure Labs. So we've had them on the podcast recently a couple of times. And he said both are fantastic and really give you a good tour of the area. So there you go.
nice. Well, I mean, recently, as in last week,
Yeah.
Really recently.
and then 7 weeks before that. So 8 weeks and last week.
Yeah, I wasn't able to be on the show last week, but I was able to listen to the podcast after the fact, and last week's was fantastic.
Jessica did a
was
great job.
great, and it was really interesting, actually. Even though just like days prior to her being on the show, I had done that adventure lab, so I was kind of curious to hear some of the things, and I love some of the stuff we heard from her, including her talking about the fact that she was brand new to geocaching, brand new to the whole idea of Adventure Lab.
Yeah.
when the question came up, well, why did you choose that number of adventure labs? She's like, well, because nobody told me anything different.
That's right. It was awesome. It was a great episode, and there is no connection between it being a great episode and Len Monkey being absent. I just want to put that out for the record. So,
Okay.
That's fine. Bye.
I said there was no connection. Okay.
I didn't agree quick enough, apparently.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. Those of us on the right side of the screen, see?
Yeah. There's right side and left side here.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. There's power now, baby.
Oh, yeah? Can you go up and down as well? Well, you can make us go up and down.
I can look down on Len Monkey now.
There you go.
Oh.
We're having fun. This is fantastic for the audio version.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the
Super
after
innovative.
show tough
Benefits
sometimes.
for the visual enjoyment.
Exactly.
We did get some hashtag podcast baking from
Oh.
Monkey Cakes. Caramel apple galettes.
Okay.
Wow.
What's a galette?
That's
Galette?
fall in a galette. A galette is like a little pie thing. A little cake. It's not cake. It's pie. But sort of. It's a type.
3.14159.
Doesn't that sound delicious? How I describe
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a tiny pie thing.
it?
You know,
exactly. With
I'm
anything-
an apple.
anything Monkey Cakes bakes is delicious. So, yes, it sounds wonderful.
Good track
Sounds
record.
like
Yeah.
fall in a crust. Just like
Yeah.
autumn not falling in a crust, but autumn in a crust. Delicious.
We knew what you meant. Oh my goodness.
Ah.
Oh, she's got pictures on Instagram and Facebook.
Ah,
Oh, man.
there you go. Somebody else to go follow on Instagram now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, make sure you get your podcast baking recipes to us, and I'll put them up on the website. Maybe I'll create a whole new page.
I was gonna say, if we get enough,
Yeah.
we could have an entire page.
Yeah.
We could print a cookbook.
Oh.
Excellent idea.
I
If we
should
knew
ask-
if we knew anybody that's written a book and knows how to publish a book.
and somebody who knows how to bake
Hmm.
and get
I
those
bet you we
people
can figure
together.
this out.
I need to ask the patrons if you want to do a patron night where we're actually baking something together. You know, I'll take my camera upstairs into the kitchen, and we'll sit there and mix our ingredients together, pop it in the oven.
And then pull out and say, here's one I prepared earlier.
Yes, exactly.
And a little wine, and a little more wine. And,
So I think that might be fun. It'd be something very different. And folks, until next week, get out and get caching and snag the tagging in the Northwest.